Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Master Heart family. And we're going to be a little bit more intentional and actually have a series and do a series that's called Living the Magical Life. And so there is literally a way to live the magical life. And every week we're going to get into that and the details about that and to further our understanding of who we are, what resources we have, the understanding of God, the kingdom within us, and then all of these wonderful things from angels to archangels to our our divine guides, our soul's guides, all types of things, and we can lead the magical life. And so we'll still also, of course, talk about all the magical things happening with us and what our lives are what we're creating in our lives. And there's magic happening all the time. It's all a matter of where our mindset is, what we're looking for. And so we will talk again. We'll go into a little of that. We'll do the meditation. So still pretty much the same format, but we're going to be again more intentional about what we're going to talk about. And today we'll start at living the magical life and how to do that. And so one of the a thought that I would recommend you write down, and I've never said it this way. It came to me yesterday. They gave me this. I channeled this from the divine, but it is this: the outer world conforms conforms to your thoughts and feelings. So the outer world conforms to you. So, see, we've been told that we have to go manipulate the world. We have to go, do this, talk people into whatever, that we need to worry about stuff. We need it. And so we think that there's this outside world that we have to manipulate. And actually, that's not happening at all. It's actually what our thoughts and feelings are. The world conforms to us. So literally changes. We can change things in miraculous ways, and without I pray. For example, I pray for you each day, and that those prayers are being answered. And so if you allow them in, and a magical life is happening for you with that. But it's kind of an interesting twist. Normally we talk about how that our thoughts control our experience, but to turn it around and to say that the world conforms to us. Isn't that great? Knowing that, yeah, the world conforms to us. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that
You thought,
that's creation? Is that creation? That's creation, right? That's
yeah,
creation,
that's
right? Yeah.
creation. Yeah. Yeah. And that's us creating. And technically that is, it's a co-creative process. And so we do the thinking, and that automatically goes to the feeling. So we could even shorten that sentence, but for clarity I added the feeling in there. But the world conforms to our thinking, to your thinking. So the world conforms to my thinking because automatically it goes into feelings. And so it's a co-creative process, is that I do the asking, which is my thinking that automatically goes into my feelings. And then that I get to receive it. The world conforms, changes around me based on whatever I'm thinking, based on what my desires are or aren't. And that's kind of the kicker on this, is it plays out either way. So if you're thinking about what you don't want, what you don't like, if you're mad, if you're upset, if you're fearful, if you're worried, then you'll create that too. And you'll receive that. And the world will conform to you in that way.
I,
And it's all up to us. We get to choose. So there's nothing working against us. There's nothing in our past that, is doing it, that we get to control it. And this is, yes, the creative process. Because remember that so science, so some people say, it's all blue sky or whatever. Well, it isn't. It actually is proven by science. And they basically say that it just takes 3 steps to create. It's our thought creates energy, which is actually our feelings, and that energy then creates matter, matter. So it says that, the world is conforming, okay, create matter based on what we are thinking. And so, but really the way it is, so the more in depth that the scientists forgot God, the divine, all that is. And so it's my thought. It creates energy, my feelings, and those feelings are the signal to the divine. And the divine is within us. And so the kingdom within us, the divine is also divine intelligence. And we talked a little about that in the last few weeks, is that we have something. So artificial intelligence, and I love this. It's artificial, it's not the real thing, if you will, but artificial intelligence, AI is awesome. And ChatGPT, go up on it. You can ask all about the outside world, and it'll tell you everything that's going on in the outside world. And but it doesn't, that there's something better, that see, that's all the accumulation of thought that has created things. So an example of that is GPT says that there is not a cure, for example, for my wife's terminal, what they call the outside world disease. And I decided not to believe that. That was artificial intelligence, because I know there's something greater. And we know there's something greater. And this is divine intelligence. And divine intelligence is the God within us, the kingdom within us. And also this intelligence, this divine intelligence that we put into an easier way to understand it, is we say things like our guardian angel, which we'll talk about too, not today, but our guardian angel, our soul's guides, Abraham, which is a massive consciousness that understands life and how it plays on those that have walked before us. So whether it's Christ, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Wayne Dyer, you can tap into Steve Jobs. We've all tapped into this, and so we can tap into literally everybody that has walked before us. It's part of divine intelligence. Everybody that is walking with us, you can tap into, and everything in the future that we can tap into. And then there's our archangels and 7 archangels that can help us and guide us and lead us to everything that we want. And so, but we're going to keep this real simple because it is simple. And so back to on how do we create? So our thoughts create this feeling. This feeling is our signal to the divine, and to what some people call God, or to the divine. And that signal is instantly, your prayer from your thought is instantly received and instantly answered. And it's put in vibrational form. In step 3, it's in vibrational form, and we just need to allow it. In step 4, allow it, believe it, and expect it. So we're back to the only 2 things we have to do to get anything we want from this world, if you will, and anything we want for ourselves to be happy and in love and who we really are, is just 2 things: and how we think, and then to allow it, and to know that this is how powerful, how gifted we've been, in order to have this amazing ability to be able to co-create with God everything that we want. And so this is, again, living the magical life. And so if you just say to yourself, like this week, just say, I love living the magical life now. And you know what? Just start living the magical life. it's just absolutely incredible because that's how powerful you are. But you have to allow that. If you say, I'm living the magical life, and then you look at, oh, this person said no, and I got in this argument, and my right knee hurts, or whatever it is. Well, guess what? That now you're not living the magical life anymore because you chose not to allow it, to believe it, to expect it. And then step 5 is we receive it. So ask and receive. Father does the work in between there. And so we have the ability to look at that. And then today in our meditation, we're going to get more into the kingdom within us, what I would call, and maybe you want to start thinking about changing your terminology about your inner being. So there's God is everything. It's this loving energy. We're all part of it, made the image and likeness of it. And but there are, and so within us, there's this inner being. It's also our subconscious. And to know that, it's our source. So the two kind of words for what's within you is your inner being or your source. And from your source, from your inner being, you have it all because it knows all, if you will, and it can call on all in order to move this energy. Because again, proven by science, everything is energy. And so for us, that we have a way that we've been gifted with this thought to be able to mold the energy that creates worlds into our life. And then we're right back to the outer world conforms to our thoughts and feelings. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, everything to look forward to. Next year, it's going to be the best year we've ever had. And if you just stay on that, and that, yeah, next year, I'm going to live the magical life. So, your thoughts, comments, questions on that? What do you like best? Yeah.
I got a couple things. I'm still trying to connect dots like I was last week, and I think it's amazing how just putting stuff together, it just really starts making sense, Dr. Hank. The mastering your heart brings your family, brings the people you want. And now I did a little homework before we even started this day about just magic and the wordsmithing with magic, and how we ask what we want. And if we do it in the right, like you said, with what's your intention, you put it out there. And the where was it? The supernatural that people try to say, that's our angels working for us. It's absolutely overthinking the process. And I think that's where we screw ourselves slow ourselves down, shoot ourselves in the foot by overthinking the process and making it more work than it really needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we want to keep it all easy. And so you don't want confusion is part of the devil, if you will, part of the committee. And so if you overthink it and, hey, why is this or whatever? And if you'll just allow and believe that, what we're hearing, what we're discussing here is the truth, because it is, that if you just allow that, the magical life is yours. And you can keep it as simple as, what we have. And I promise you that each one of you that are listening live or hearing this recording, you're going to get something that's going to take you to a little bit better understanding of who you are, of how you mold the energy in this world. And in fact, I'll give you an example of this. And I always like using my own personal examples because I'm in this we're all in this together. Okay. And it's all fun. But so it's around the holidays, and and I'm a Christmas guy, and I got my whole house with all kinds of Christmas stuff. And so now I'm getting Jenny wrapped into all this too. And so, you're like a magnet, whatever your interest is, other people become, interested in, kind of like our pennies that we find, it just becomes magnetic. And now we all start finding, pennies, nickels, 20s, whatever. And so Jenny decides, and I'm really like, I'm so excited. Like, this is part of the magic. She wasn't really all that interested in Christmas. Now she's coming up with all this stuff. Well, she wanted the North Pole mailbox. Okay, where you put the letters into Santa. And by the way, there really is a Santa. And like there's many examples of that, but you're looking at them right now, if you will. And so there's a Santa, and she wants this North Pole mailbox. And so she also, has this garden, and she's buying soil all the time. So she shops online initially at Lowe's. And so typically you wouldn't go finding anything on for Santa other than maybe a live Christmas tree, at Lowe's. But she's at Lowe's, and she sees this little globe. It's a little globe, and it's a Mickey and Minnie, and it's on a red pole. And the way that it works is it looks like it's snowing inside this globe. And so it's this snow with Mickey and Minnie, and Mickey is sitting there, and they got these great body languages. Mickey's all proud and happy, and with Minnie, and the snow is going. And I think some of you, I sent a ho 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 Merry Christmas. I think I even had it on Shell. I think put it on Facebook. And so we're at looking. She's looking for the mailbox. She finds this, and then I look at it and I go, wow, that is really cool. So I go get that, and I put it out in our front yard, and next to a pole, and it's just glorious. I mean, it's just the Christmas spirit, and it's snowing, and even though right now, like, it's sunny out, it's snowing all the time out in front. I'm looking at it right now, and it's snowing, and Mickey and Minnie, and they're all happy. And so I decide, so again, this all comes from, that we're just looking for a mailbox, and then we're looking at Lowe's, and then Lowe's, and it's an exclusive at Lowe's. It's no place else, this globe. Okay. And so now I decide, I think my grandchildren are going to really love this. And I had taken a picture of it, and the grandkids did to the grandchildren that live near me, that they saw it, and the mom, my daughter-in-law, said, "Oh man, the kids just love that." And right when I read that, she sent me back a text. I had a vision of my two grandchildren just looking in awe at this globe, and with the snow falling on Mickey and Minnie, and just, I mean, it's the pure image and innocence and love of this Christmas holiday season. And so I had that imprinted in my mind. And that took me to the next step of, well, I'm going to go order it. And if I would get it delivered there, it would be $80 for it. The thing only costs 120, but the delivery charge is $80. And I thought, you know what? I'll just go ahead and pick it up. And I don't like lifting heavy things and carrying stuff around, but I just said, hey, I'll have all this handled just fine. So I was in this magical life, living the magical life. And so I ordered it. They said when they could pick it up. And of course, there was a guy there right away. And I said, hey, would you mind carrying this to the car? Oh, no, I've carried it to the car. And I tipped him and everything. And he's not supposed to take money, but I slid it into his back pocket. And it was great. I go to the kids, and my son and I now get to build this together. So the magic begins. Okay. Like, here my oldest son is, and I'm able to build something with him together. And it doesn't take long. It takes 15 minutes, whatever, real easy to build. We build this, and the kids, they were watching TV, and whatever, we were kind of building, they were kind of helping, but not so much. And we called the kids over, and we said, hey, we'd like you to go ahead and take a look at this. And the two children, this 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and Christmas, Santa's in full swing for them. I mean, they got the elves every day, where the elves move every day, and they have a different present every day. And I mean, they're into this Christmas time, big time, because remember, everything that you are becomes contagious. So my family has this contagious, wonderful, loving time of year. And the two children, the 8-year-old and 5-year-old, the boy and girl, that they go out, and the picture I saw in my mind of them just being in such joy and seeing the snow and Mickey and Minnie, and they love Mickey and Minnie. And I just had tears of joy running down my face as there my two grandchildren are looking at this amazing, snowy globe. And it all came from my desire on, loving this type of air and flowing the magical light and going through all these different steps to be in pure joy. And it's all about that journey, to just enjoy the journey. And when it looks like contrast, looks like there's a barrier, just know it's okay. And that you'll get over it, around it, under it, whatever. And it'll actually propel you to the magical life. Your thoughts on that?
Love
What do you think?
it. Well, if nobody's going to say anything, I'll say something. I think it's fantastic. I haven't had a good Christmas for 18 years, and I'm hoping to have a good one this year. So I think you can do all that good stuff and make it fun for everybody is what it's all about. It's not about receiving, it's about giving. And as soon as people start believing that, then that's when the magic really does happen. Thank you. It's a great story.
And and Stephen, last week you were talking about Thanksgiving, and you had the best Thanksgiving ever, and it wasn't necessarily with the family and the traditional, whatever you say, and like get rid of the traditional, get rid and start leading your life and asking for, I want a magical Christmas, or a magical holiday, a magical Hanukkah. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, ask for it. And that it'll be delivered to you. Okay. And just expect it, allow it, believe it, expect it. Yeah, that's great. Great. Thank you. So, other comments, magic happened, the miracles that are happening in your life. Who wants to share and say what's going on about anything, anywhere, anyone? Come on.
Well, I'll share.
So, hey, Robin.
Hi, Dr. Hank. Hi, everybody. Hi. Sorry I'm late. But so I've had on my vision board to take my family on a vacation like once a year. I've had that on, I think, for 3 years. So anyway, last year for Thanksgiving, it's really our Christmas present, but we went to Hawaii as a family. I have 5 kids. They're all adults. None of them are married, but they want to get married. Anyway, and then this year we went to South Carolina. We went to Hilton Head for Thanksgiving and stayed. It was amazing. We rode bikes out on the sand because I've never been to those beaches, but they're hard packed, so you can ride bikes out right by the ocean. So we all did that. And we stayed in a little Airbnb, and then it was just very magical. And I pre-paved that. So because Dr. Hank has taught me to do that, and we had a wonderful time. And so I'm just so grateful for that. And then I was on a call with our team, and then this lady was saying about, because some of our team is preparing to go to A4M in a big show in Vegas. And she said, well, don't expect anything. Just go and have fun. And I was thinking, no, you want to expect things. So I text Dr. Hank. But yes, have fun, but you want to expect, just like you said, Dr. Hank. Right? So anyway, Dr. Hank is in my head, and I appreciate that.
Anyway, it's your little guardian angel in your head, and that that a lot of people think about, hey, what would I just had a relatively new group that I'm guiding, supporting, and loving, and they always, and they're in an office together, and they always say, well, what would Dr. Hank say? And it's kind of like that they're all Christians, and they usually say, what would Christ say? But what would Dr. Hank say? And remember, I'm channeling with Christ, the divine, and so it's like it's all the same. And for sure. Yeah. So what are you going to expect? I'm going to expect fun, and I'm going to expect a great time, and I'm going to expect lots of business, and maybe lots of opportunities, and wonderful things, and I expect to grow my business here. And because you got to ask for it, otherwise God's just waiting for you. You know, some people say, "Oh, I'm going to wait till, God shows me the way." Well, no, no, no. You got to tell God what you want. And
Right.
then God will show you the way
Mhm.
from where you are to what you want. And it's an easy path to everything that you want. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
That's the miracle.
There's the miracle life. That's it. When you're on that path and it's downstream, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but your dream. Right on?
Easy money, easy life, baby.
Great. Yeah. Joey, are you going to say something there?
Yeah, I'll say that's awesome, Robert. Congratulations on that. And just this whole discussion, so I found a doctor I'm going to see tomorrow who's going to help me. Specializes in people who have had nerve blocks and have paralysis of their body. And so he's going to help me with that to get my hand moving again so I can write and
Great.
hold a fork and
Yeah.
things like that. That's exciting. But even going back to the Christmas theme, I talked a couple weeks ago about how, like, I was so excited Joey was coming into town for Thanksgiving. I decorated the whole house and everything else, and it's just been a
Yeah.
continuous flow of that. Like, I did that, and then something else happened. And then Friday night we went to see a play, which I haven't really seen a lot of plays, but it was acting out the Christmas story with the BB gun and stuff, and that kind of brought
Cool.
back some memories of things like that and kids. It's just been a continuous buildup of that. Like, this
That's
is the best
great.
life right here and now. It's no longer somewhere out there. It's
Yeah.
right here,
Yeah.
right now.
Boy, that's a good one. We're living
Yeah.
it right here and right now. And one of the things that Joey had shared was that, yeah, he, gets his whole house prepared, and then Joey said, well, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, during this time and whatever. And Joey just said, hey, I'm just going to flow with this. Everything's going to play out great. And it played out even better. See, there's a plan. So the plan on this path is better than what you can think of, what we can think of. And so it's something better. And so be open to the special. And so when something, when you are being urged to make a left, go ahead and make that left, even though you were going to make a right. And just know that it's all leading to something wonderful. And where, that individualized. So Robin brought up a great point too on this vision board, that when you vision it, this is part of your asking. And so I would recommend all of us that this holiday, that go buy a bunch of magazines, whatever that of interest that you like, and outdoors, or whatever business, whatever it is, and do a vision board. And that's simply going to Office Depot and cutting out a board and start cutting out pictures and putting them, gluing them onto the vision board. And that typically I've had people where they made a vision board and they put in the closet like after the holidays, and a year and a half later they come out and they go, oh my God, that's the car I wanted. Oh my God, this is the vacation I wanted. And see, and you're not even conscious of it because it's actually within you now. And it's something takes care of all of us. And that's something that God, that our subconscious mind use different words to better understand. God's a big general word, and everybody has a different definition. And so if you just start using, that my subconscious mind creates my life, and it's done unto me as I believe. So how do I put in beliefs? Attending like the Master Heart family and hearing this and starting to improve your beliefs. Because when you leave here, there's this outside world that can offer you and your committee a bunch of terrible things, supposedly, but they aren't. Everything, remember, in every particle of the universe, there's something wanted or unwanted in that very same particle. Every person, every situation. And all we need to do is ask for, I want to see what I want. Yeah. And I want to see the magic now in this. That, one of the things we came up with, have discussed is if you're in a situation you don't like right now, if you want to think about a situation you don't like, want, whatever, say, hey, this situation is now easily and quickly resolved in my favor. And then allow it to happen. And the magic will happen.
So,
Joey?
Yeah, well, yeah, to add to that, Dr. Hank, that was good. To add to that is one of the other things doing this stuff does is it builds self-confidence.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going to physical therapy 3 times a week, and I've known for a few sessions now that I can do more than what they're letting me do. And so I went in there the other day, and again today I went in there, and it's like, listen, I know you guys got your path of what you're doing, but I know me, and I know when something hurts to when it's the right movement, to where it feels like it's stretching and using the muscle a little bit. So I'm kind of going off plan to what they're saying to do, because they're just following a path and a process that one size fit all. And I'm not a one size fit all person. So I start going, and then I get done with physical therapy. It's like, man, I feel good. And today was the first day in, I think, 6 months now when I actually went into the gym and I did a bunch of ab workout and I did some tricep stuff and everything, and I did it low and then I added a little more, but I did it to where I could feel the muscle, but not pain coming from the shoulder and stuff. And it's like, man, doing this stuff that we're doing here builds a confidence for me to trust my body for me and know what to do and stuff.
Boy, is that great. That is just so great. Yeah. So, and again, we love the doctors, we love the physical therapists, everything that it's all fine. It's great. It's part of God that they have, but it's kind of like this shiny object. Everybody's looking for the next shiny object. Okay. That you don't have to look anymore. The battle's over. The searching is over. That you just say, hey, this is what I want. I want to build my business, or I want to be happy. I want to create deeper, more loving relationships. And when you are focused, I want to physically be healthier. And when you understand that and you're listening to your body, so that path that we talk about, everybody has their own path. And when you're told, hey, I can actually do this a little bit different, you're right. Okay. Because you know the answer. Like I always tell parents that, I'm working with some children and kids, usually in their teens. And, and the parents are saying, oh, the child needs to do this, this, this. And no, the child knows what they want. Just like when you were growing up, you knew the parents, no, that's not right. That this is the path that I want to do. And only you know best. And where that knowing comes from is the God within you, is your inner being, is your source, and it knows. And then we have all of these resources to be able to tap into, and archangels, angels, and guardian angel, and all these resources that we can tap into. And you don't necessarily have to call them by that name or whatever. They're here for you, but they can't do anything. Nobody can do anything for you until you invite them in, until you ask. And so to be able to say, hey, I asked, and why is that? Free will. That, does everybody know what's best for you? Absolutely. But will you listen to your committee sometimes? And most people, most of the time are listening to their committee. They're not even aware there is a committee. They just believe this is it. And so all of us are blessed to be aware and to have risen above the committee to realize when there's a committee and it just doesn't feel right. And so, Joey, your example there was, their committees, if you will, this is the way that it has to be done. That's not true. This is a good general way, but you went to your higher self and you tapped into that and said, hey, this is what's best for me. And I would also suggest you don't necessarily tell them that you're going to do something different. Because you'll really raise their ugly head of their committee and, hey, you got to do it, their ego, and you got to do it this way. And we know. And no, we all know what's best for us. And so whatever, and how do you know that? Whatever feels best. Yeah. Beautiful, Joy. Yeah, I love that you're on your path. And know, Joy, that you can, that the only time you think about like that is just how it's healing and how it's getting better. And you don't think about, the opposite of that, like, oh, and another thing, not to think about why this happened. This is happening. I can tell you why it's
Mm.
happening. It's happening because, and with the arm and, whatever, because it's a beautiful way for you to have a better life, to have better health. And so what might that be? Maybe you were doing too much. You weren't enjoying, your working out or your the handball or your sports that maybe it was that you
Pickleball,
weren't
Dr. Hank,
enjoying.
pickleball.
Pickleball. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, pickleball. Oh my God. And I love, I know Carolyn's involved in pickleball too and loves it and Joy. Yeah. And so everything is leading us the right way. And when we look at that, from that way and just know and assume that, oh, this is leading, whatever my committee say, this is leading to something better. And so show me the way, show me what's better, show me the magical life. And then you'll be living the magical life right here and right now. Right on?
Right on.
Yeah. Shall?
Oh, I was clapping, but I want to say hi to Mike because I haven't seen him in so long, and it's so good to see you, Mike.
Yeah.
And also, I put in the chat that I'll post about it in the Angel Connection group, but I would love to do like a online vision board workshop if anybody wants to do a digital one. Let me show you.
Awesome.
My screen, maybe. Can I flip? Oh yeah, I can flip the camera. Okay, so this is like my computer screen.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And
yeah.
Oh look, there you are, Dr. Hank. And I mean, it's just amazing like how much has come true for me already this year. Haven't gotten that yet. But the year's not over.
Yeah. Yeah. And just know, it's on its way. It's all here. It's all fine. It's not about this year or whatever, then it's all coming. Yeah. And so the things you put on your vision board, so that's great. And Angels Connections is on Facebook. So just go to Angel Connections and join that group if you want. And typically my quotes as I'm giving them, I give them to Shell, and Shell posts on social media and doing that. Thank you, Shell, for all your help with that. But yeah, that would be great. So if you want to do a vision board, and she'll post that on Angel Connections to do that. But it really is all on, hey, what am I going to soak in here? And that, am I going to, turn on the news, and that's not going to help you at all. All that's going to do is put the fear of God in you that this is a beautiful, beautiful world. And that's part of all this. And so know that as we go through the living the magical life, that it goes in this order, and it starts within us. And so it's our inner being, and then it's our inner child too, and we'll do a little of that here in a minute. But then it's the outside world, and to love the outside world, like all the people in this world, and how you attract all the wonderful people that help you to your desires. And when you say that, there's nothing, I don't lock my car door. I don't lock my home door. There's nothing to lock from. We attract everything in our life. We're the creators of our own experience. And so if I just love this world, and I love this world for the air that we breathe. And so, and you can just go on the food that it gives us, the beauty of the blue sky, on the snow, the rain, it's just a beautiful world. But then it goes to our guardian angel, and then it goes to our soul's guides that we have, and Abraham, and then the people, specifically the people that have walked before us, walked with us. Our archangels, and so it's all this combination, and by the time we're done, you'll be able to put, I'm gonna mute
Yeah.
all your something's going on. And but you'll be able to you'll be able to incorporate all this in one prayer. And when you do, you will be assured, I guarantee you, you'll have the magical life. And you can have it right here and right now. And so let's go there now and let's relax and just close our eyes. And the first thing for the magical life is your breath. And when you focus on your breath, it takes the committee away, and your breath, it's actually your spirit. And so breathe in deeply and breathe out. So always, whenever you're contemplating anything, whether you're in the joy shop or whether you're thinking about something and what you want, that it's always to breathe first and breathe in and to breathe out. Oh, and as you breathe out, just release anything going on in your life that you don't like, that's disturbing you, that just release it out. And now breathe in God and the power of divine intelligence, the loving energy. Oh, and breathe out and just start relaxing from the top of your head, opening up that beautiful crown of your head and just allowing the white liquid light of the divine to flow now into your mind, into your brain, your forehead, just relaxing and lighting up your beautiful eyes, your hearing, your smelling, your tasting, your touching, and your sixth sense. Just open up that intuition, that beautiful, amazing channel to the divine. Just so quiet. Be still and know that I am God. Breathe in and breathe out. Oh, it feels so good feeling the loving energies of God and all that is flowing in your body, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. You're no longer carrying the world on your shoulders. Just release it. It's okay. You can be carefree now. You can be free to be, do, and have everything that you desire as you just recognize it's all the powers in this moment. Breathing in and breathing out, and just smile to yourself. Just enjoy this delightful oneness with you and the divine. So beautiful as you relax your arms, relax your chest, your lungs, your beautiful heart. Breathe in and breathe into your heart now. And put spirit in that beautiful heart of yours now, and just open up your heart. Open it up fully, allowing the divine to come in and to guide you and support you and love you to everything that you desire. Breathe out. Breathe in. Just relax your stomach and all your beautiful, amazing organs that create perfect health for each one of us now. Relaxing your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. Allowing relaxation now to just flow down through your body. being so at ease now, so comfortable, feeling so free and so happy and so in love with yourself, so in love with God and the divine. And we now go to the kingdom within each one of us, to our source, to our inner being that is here and takes care of us, beats our heart, has us breathe, has a perfect everything within our blood system to be able to have that perfect health now flowing through all of our bodies, to include our shoulders and our hands now and our arms. Just feel that loving energy flowing through you now, making you so pure, so healthy, so happy. Breathe in and breathe out. And you now are walking with your source, your inner being, with your subconscious mind, that which creates your life, your experience, provides you the perspective based on your beliefs, based on your thoughts. You run the show. And then within you, the subconscious mind, your source, your inner being, such an intimate relationship together as one. You're so loved. You're so magnificent. Your confidence now runneth over, it swells into this beautiful, confident, divine being that you are. You shed yourself of the fear of the committee. You stand in the light of the divine now, glowing, so happy, so healthy, so wealthy, so successful now, asking and then allowing it and receiving it now into your experience. Breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, we give such thanks for this awareness, for being at one with our source and our inner being, our subconscious mind, that which creates our life. So beautiful, so divine, so precious. Breathe in. And breathe out. And now invite your inner child in, that youthfulness. Invite, open up the doors to your inner child, that youthfulness, that carefreeness, that funness, that playfulness. It's in you now, it's in your vibration now. You're becoming more and more youthful, more carefree, lighter, light as a feather. Just fly now with the divine, with your inner being, with your source, with your inner child. So happy, so carefree, just skipping along that beautiful lighted path of yours to all that you desire. Such a magical life now. I love living the magical life now. I love living the magical life now. I love living the magical life now. And this is now done unto you. And it feels so good. It's so wonderful being on our lighted paths, skipping along, so happy, whistling, enjoying, filled with peace now, and now enlightened. And breathe in. And feel the presence of God and all that is with you, that shall walk with you forevermore in the magical life that you now have and are. And in this white light, I now invite you back into your chairs, back into the room, back into this beautiful, beautiful world. Begin to move your fingers so easily and wonderfully, moving your toes, recognizing that you're in this magical world now. It feels so good. And on the count of 3, we'll go from 3 to 1. And at 1, you'll open up your eyes and be just surrounded with this white light, with this love, with this oneness of God. And 3, 4, your mind, your body, and your spirit all combined as one, as the divine. And 2, now you and your inner being are together. And now, on the count of 1, we open up our eyes and welcome this magical life. And 3, 2, 1, open up your eyes and welcome the magic. And so it is. Amen. Hey. So, yeah. So your thoughts about all that? Joey is gone. He's in. I visualized his hands moving his shoulders. He's just like marvelous, maybe Dua, her arms moving. Yeah. We're just all feeling so good. I feel good, do, like I knew that I would. Yeah, so good. Woo. So, other thoughts, comments?
So when we started, this is my notebook. You see how I have all those hearts around the word magical?
Oh, yeah.
when you said breathe in through your heart, like I pictured it coming in and then like going out through my heart and like all these little hearts fluttering all around.
Oh
And I was
my
like, oh,
gosh.
that's just like what I wrote.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. And kind of goes back to the vision board on wow, what you write, and then you experience it. And it's just amazing what the breath is. Like you can take your breath to like Joey can take his breath to, his arm to his fingers, and literally it's taking spirit into that and speeding the whole process up, if you will, of healing and being well. And so, yeah, beautiful, Shell. Love that. I see Joey ditch because it's time to sing. Other thoughts, comments? Undo Zoom user, you got to do your microphone. No, you're not on yet.
There it is.
There you go.
It is. Yeah, just getting up there to see the divine and to walk with him. He was taking me to my new kingdom, and that's where it stopped. And I was like, I guess I got to create it from there. But he took me right to it. He took me right to it.
Yeah, that's cool. You just need to be there. Yeah, you don't need just enjoy being there. And more doors will open for you and for all of us now of what we want. And we're walking down the corridor of joy, and with these beautiful doors opening up now on everything that we want. And so, yeah, so don't just be happy that, wow, you got to the kingdom. That's all you need, baby. That's all you need. Yeah, fantastic. Love it. Any other thoughts, comments? All right, you're ready to sing? We like to laugh and have more fun.
We like to laugh and have
more
fun.
fun. For we are the enlightened ones.
For
we are the enlightened ones.
The magical life is the name of the game.
The magical
life is the name of the game.
Being divine is our middle name.
Being divine is
our middle name.
Dreams coming true is our divine right.
Dreams coming true is our divine
right. As we shine in God's light.
As we shine in God's light.
Sound off, we are living the magical life.
Sound off, we are living the magical life.
Sound off, we are living the magical life.
Sound off,
we are living the magical life. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, baby, we're doing it. Hey, hey, hey. The presents are waiting for you over there. All right, everybody. Well, listen, I love you. Just amazing, magical time we've had now that we're all living the magical life. I love you with all my heart.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye, guys. Love
thank
you.
you, Lori.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.